You mentioned Garland. They look really different when he's not on the court. I mean, the offense, I won't say it looks lost, but it almost looks lost without Garland running it.
Yeah, Brandon Goodwin has done a nice job for the most part, although he's really, he's a backup who's you have to use as a starter. He's really probably between second or third point guard at this level of his career. So, when you lose a guy like Darius Garland, and Rondo has not, obviously, they knew coming in he wasn't going to be the scorer that Ricky Rubio was, and averaged 13.5 points a game. He's at the stage of his career where he was worth the gamble when you made the trade because you didn't really give up anything to get Rondo, but he's just not been, at least to this point when healthy, a great fit, and a lot of that's because of his lack of an outside shot. Defenders can play off of him. That hurts him when it comes to creating for others because he can't penetrate because they're all kind of packing it in when he has the ball. So, yeah, I mean, Darius Garland, you're talking about an all-star point guard. Now, whether or not he makes the all-star team is beside the point, but he's playing at an all-star level, and he's been the Cavs' best player, especially was their best player in January. When you remove that guy who has the keys to the offense, yeah, your offense is going to sputter. And when your offense sputters, it makes it real easy, human nature, to not play defense with as much energy. So that's where they are right now without him. While he's not going to be a lockdown defender, he gets the other guys feeling energetic because they're getting a lot of shots or good shots, and the Cavs are scoring and the offense is flowing. So without him, obviously, that's a big loss, as is Markkanen when it comes to defending in the paint. There's one of your 3 7-footers or about 7-footers who aren't there to create havoc in the paint. So that causes issues as well.
And we're talking about, the Cavs struggles, and let's look at it. Young team without question, missing Sexton, missing Garland, Markkanen, and missing Ricky Rubio. So 4 guys from their probably rotation of 9 at the beginning of the year have missed significant time. And yet they're 2 games out of first place in the Eastern Conference. So all is not lost, but it is a little concerning without question. But they have been beat up, and Garland is the guy, though, that they need him on the court to make it work, it looks like.
You hit the nail on the head, Dave. It's concerning, but it's not panic time yet. Far from it. They've been proving doubters wrong all season. And despite their struggles, the good news is, the Nets keep losing. The Heat have lost a couple of games in there. And, Philadelphia lost to the Wizards at home. So that goes again back to what I said about this kind of being the dog days of the season. When you're favored to go in some of these games, you end up thinking, well, we're going to win the game because we're favored on paper, and that comes back to bite you. So, all you can take from this is they're still right where they were a couple of weeks ago when they were playing really well. And a lot of that is thanks to circumstance, and there's still time to get it corrected. There's still time to add pieces and add help. And, you're learning lessons at this time of year. And like you said, look at all the guys they've lost. When you talk about, Sexton and Rubio and Garland and Markkanen, they lost Isaac Okoro for a big stretch. And Evan Mobley was out with an elbow sprain. Jared Allen has had a couple of times where he's been in and out of the lineup. So, yeah, it's, they've overcome a lot. And this is just another obstacle that they need to overcome, and they've proven that they can do it. So what's important now is that they start playing well, win or lose, and play like they've been playing all season leading up to this week, because then you start feeling good about yourself, you start believing again, and you turn it around as quickly as you snap your fingers. So they just need to get a good game under their belt, and they'll be right back on the right track, I'm sure.